Hey guys, Allie Bloyd here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up Pixel events in Facebook Ads Manager. So they actually made changes to this, pretty recently, and actually made it way easier to do than it used to be. So this should be something very simple that you can knock out really quickly, but this is very important to do. You really want to have these set up when you're running any ads to a website or a funnel. So the first thing you would want to do is you're going to be under Facebook Business Manager or Ads Manager. You would click on this little hamburger menu right here, and you're going to the Events Manager. So Pixels and Events, that's what it should say. I've already gotten started, so that's why I'm not backtracking, but you won't miss anything. So then it'll bring me to this page. Okay, this is a new client. We're just finishing up their funnel. So now it's time to actually set up these events. So the first thing we would do is click Open Event Setup Tool right here, that blue button, and it's going to pull up this box. All you're going to do is put the URL of the website into this box and click Open Website. So there's a few ways you can do it. The first way would be to actually grab this link from ClickFunnels, as that's likely where the landing page is going to be. If it's on the regular website, just put in the URL from the regular website. What happens with ClickFunnels is we actually put these pages onto the client's website through the ClickFunnels plugin. We give it its own dedicated URL. So that can work too. This client actually has some things they have to update on their site before we can do that. So we're going ahead and setting it up with this URL. I will go back and do it with the other URL just to make sure that everything works, whether someone goes directly to this link or to the link that is basically a segue on their website. Okay, so I put in that URL, I clicked Open Website, and then it brings up their page. So I've already started, but again, I still have plenty to do. You'll go ahead and see the page, and the first thing you want to do is click Track a URL, which is what I did right here. Okay, so when you click on that, it'll come up like this. So I'm already tracking a lead event on this URL, so it's just letting me know that. I could track another event if I wanted to. There are a couple of events that we're going to use consistently, and that's going to be lead, initiate checkout, and complete registration. So I consider someone who goes to this page a lead. Because it says that they're interested in what we're doing, but they haven't really gone to the next step. So it's going to let you select what you want to do. So lead is what I would select right here. Again, I don't need to do that because I've already done it. And then I would just hit confirm. So I'm going to cancel that, and then it's going to show me the other events. The next thing you want to do is any link that's at all relevant, you want to track it. So of course, this is the first button I'd want to track. I've already got one on there. And this is my button, and I'm tracking the event Initiate Checkout because clicking on this is going to open a pop-up. So they've only initiated setting up their appointment. They haven't actually set it up yet. So that's why Initiate Checkout is what I'm using, even though they're not technically checking out because this is an e-commerce, it doesn't matter. We'll know what that means when we're looking at the events. I did it on this next button too. I did it on this next button too, and then I've got to go ahead and do it on this button. So I'll show you how it looks. We click Track New Button. It automatically is going to find the buttons on my page. So again, makes it super easy. I click on the button. Now it's saying, what's your event type? The event type that I am selecting is, again, Initiate Checkout. And I'm not going to include a value because I just don't need to. Then I'm going to hit Confirm. Then I've got the little green dot, so I know that that one's good to go. Finally, I've got one more button, Track New Button. Click here, select an event, Initiate Checkout, don't include value, and hit Confirm. This page is not quite done, but it's almost done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the button, and here's my pop-up. So this is actually what I really need to track closely because I want to know how many people are getting to this point. Finally, Track New Button. Click here, select an event, and we could say Submit Application. So again, complete registration and submit application, really they could be the same thing. I like to add the complete registration on the thank you page because if someone submits this and it actually goes through, they will end up on that thank you page. So one thing that this event could tell me is maybe there's something happening, like it's timing out before it gets to the next page or something like that. If I were to see a different number of submit application events than complete registration events, I would know that there's something wrong on the technical side, because they should be identical. If you're clicking this button, you're submitting, and you should go to the thank you page, meaning you fully submitted your application. And so again, that's really the reason why I want to do this. And I also have the URL on the thank you page. If I were to just do complete registration for both pages, then you know, it would skew the numbers, of course, and it wouldn't show me if there's something wrong. A huge benefit to doing it like this, setting up all of these events, is that you are able to see what's wrong, if there is something wrong. So for instance, let's say I get a ton of leads, which means a ton of people come to this page. Usually you're gonna get a lot of people that come to the page if you're driving traffic to it. Well, if I see that nobody is initiating checkout, obviously there's something wrong with the actual conversion aspect of my page. Like the button says the wrong thing, it's the wrong color, it's in the wrong place. The page isn't conveying what this value really is. So there are several things that it could be, but at least it's going to tell me that there's a problem, so I know that I can fix it. The next thing would be is if people are clicking on this button but not clicking on this one to submit application, that's a huge deal. So that's one of the biggest things that I want to know. Are people clicking on this and then failing to follow through? So by knowing that, I can say, all right, well, what's wrong with my pop-up? Do people think that's too many questions? Which, I'll be honest, I'm really not going to change the number of questions, because that's the bare minimum of what I would need from someone. It could be that I need to test out a better headline or a better background color, or I might try and integrate the form into the page directly. So again, this is going to give you really good insight into what people are doing when they get to your page, so that you can adjust accordingly. That's one of the biggest benefits of digital marketing, is you can let the data be your guide if you actually know where to look for it. So this is something that needs to be done for every single client or personal funnel that we set up that we're going to be running ads to. And even if you're not running ads to them, you still want to know this, because if you're getting organic traffic, it's still something that you want to see. Especially if you're spending money, you're going to want to. My daughter was trying to get in the office. So anyway, this is what you need to do to set up your events for your Facebook pixel in ClickFunnels, or really on any website. You can do this on your regular website too. Click on the contact button to see how many people are clicking to contact you, and really to see where people are clicking on your site really easily. And you can see this information in your ad account, which is a huge benefit. So again, super important. Facebook has made it really, really easy to do with the changes that they've made. And again, something to really pay attention to and make sure that you don't run traffic to a website or to a landing page without having these set up, or else you're going to lose a lot of data that you really need to be successful long term. So I hope this has helped. If you have any questions about setting up Facebook events, please let me know, and I will see you on the next video.
Mom.
Yes, baby.
Are you done?
I am almost done. So you're finally just going to go ahead and click the finish button, and it should wrap everything up. So there you have it. Let me know if you've got any questions.